New Age Tactical.
New Age Tactical, back with another post
I
review.
am so sick of your weak ass fucking introductions.
There's a level of like New Age Tactical,
No, man.
and then there's like
Welcome back to New Age.
Welcome back to New Age Tactical, doing another post review. 2 weeks spent with each knife. I'm just gonna go down the line one by one and just kind of give an overall review. So we'll start off with the Rat. All right, Randall's Adventure Training from the Ontario Knife Company.
Is that what his names were?
Yeah, it says right on the blade.
Oh, okay.
This is the Model 2. Now, I'm going to be showing favoritism. I'm just going to say right away, I was in love with this knife. It was so incredibly light. It barely even noticed it in my pocket. And I'm talking even as something as simple as cutting tape. I just had to go like that, and it split the tape all the way down. Like it was so extremely sharp right out of the box.
And it made it through all the tests.
Well, okay, so that is one thing to say is this blade was the one that did bend. It did not break, though.
Honestly, I've been in knives since I'm like 12 years old. But, you know, you start getting into it and you start reading about how good companies are and everything. And I've always wanted one of the Rats. And I just don't know why I never pulled the trigger. Maybe I thought they were too expensive, but then when I actually saw one for a cheaper price, I was like, whoa, okay. I think it was worth every penny.
If you did not call dibs on the surviving Rat, I would totally have made that my EDC.
Yeah, I mean,
100%.
And that's definitely where that's going to go. I mean,
so then we'll move on to the SOG Salute Mini. I was not a fan at all. This pocket clip actually was miserable. Trying to take this out of my back pocket, I was constantly getting stuck. Whether it be jeans, cargo, work clothes, anything, it was getting stuck on all of it. The blade was not that... It was not that sharp, and still, even after 2 weeks, it's still pretty rough to open. The unfortunate part was that the Salute Mini was the one that survived. We did not have to open up the second.
but didn't it bend?
No.
You sure? It is bent. Come on, what are you, blind?
I said, like, barely noticeable.
Okay, but it's a good knife. I'm not going to say it's a bad knife, but I don't like it personally.
Then we come to the disappointment, the KaBar. It did fantastic through all the trials, the tests, the torture, and then we got to the tip test and one stab and it snapped. That being said, carrying it was surprisingly easy. I noticed the weight for about a day, and then I got... You want to put that on silent, maybe? Okay.
It might be an emergency.
I noticed it after 2 days, just disappeared. Couldn't even feel it anymore. On top of, I gotta say, the low profile clip. For a knife this big, no one knew I was carrying it. At any point in time, it barely just shows.
But how was it for day-to-day use, though?
Well, the opening got a lot easier. That was one thing. It definitely got easier to open. It's great having a big knife, but knowing that it snapped on that first stab, it doesn't make me feel as comfortable.
I was so impressed by this knife, man. Like, I was, like, geeking out with how, just everything about this knife. I like the idea of, like, almost, like, I could pry a door open with the knife, you know what I mean? And I had that feeling up until the tip test, and then it's shattered. And like you said, and I'm not saying that your everyday carry or your pocket knife is going to pry a door open, but I felt that way about this one up until the tip broke.
I just feel like a fucking dollar store knife could survive more than one stab.
I know. But see, I've been thinking about this since that video. And I'm like, did we just get a bad one? Is that just a faulty, like, lemon law knife? You know what I mean? The steel, it's an inferior steel. we're still working with under $30 a knife. You know what I mean? Once we get up to the knives that are, let's say even $60, $70, it'll probably be even better. Let alone the $300 knives. You know what I mean? I was thoroughly impressed with that knife up until that tip broke. And then I kind of lost all credibility. Still a great knife. Still feels pretty good in the hand. It's a nice, big, robust, like, you're going to fuck some shit up, Rambo style. But don't stab a piece of wood. All in all, I go with the Rat. I mean...
Oh, hell yeah.
I know it bent, but hey, like, we're putting it through stuff that you should never put a knife through. But, like, you can see it, like, and you probably won't see it on camera, but, like, that looks like the particle board of knives.
I have a zoom-in shot, macro shot.
So put that in right there. And that's pretty much all I have to say.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Hit that little red button. Click, whatever. Nah, guys. I mean, look, we want all the help we can get. Like, subscribe, comments. I mean, if you even have ideas on how we can learn more, how we can, what you guys want to see, how you want to see it, just give us some ideas. Other than that, man, New Age Tactical out.